After the events of last session, you go home, get some sleep. Next morning, you wake up, there's a nice little note on some nice paper in your mailbox. It's from Thana Terrace, and she says that she has found someone who knows about the Black Cube. Ooh. And if you're interested, she would be very interested in getting together and talking to him with you. Oh, that sounds lovely. Should I just expect to find her at the She seems to almost always be at the Grimoire? Yeah. All right. I think, if I'm well rested, I'm just going to head straight there. I'm really eager to, especially since we're about to be facing down some serious opponents. I think I need all the help I can get. So you meet up with her. She's happy to see you. She buys you a coffee. Aww. And she says, so it's an older gentleman. His name is Finn Adderley. And he knows quite a bit about the dark. Oh. And since that's where the Black Cube comes from, I think he is our source of information. I have taken the liberty to contact him and see if he'd be willing to talk with us, and he had agreed if you're willing to meet with him at his house. Are you coming as well? Yes. Okay. I wouldn't miss it. All right. Let's do it. What's your read on him? I don't think that necessarily just because he is knowledgeable about the dark that necessarily makes him dangerous, but we'll always keep one eye open. I'll be prepared. She says, and I've got fantasy and reality. She points to her birds watching over me. Gosh, great. All right. If he's ready for us, I'm ready to visit as soon as he is. Okay. So you make your way over to his house. He is also a vislae, also lives in Fartown. Okay. And he lives in this very plain looking, but very tall and narrow kind of house. It must have 3 stories at least. But when you arrive, he's an older gentleman, wears a vest and a tie, and he seems kind of slight of build and invites you in and says, yes, I'm always happy to talk to some fellow scholars. How long have you been studying the dark? Almost all my life. It has a bad reputation, but it doesn't have to be. Places where the sun doesn't quite shine, sometimes that's where the most interesting secrets lie. Why, it sounds like you could be a member of my own Order of Honed Thought. That's exactly Order of Honed Thought? Yes, I don't know if you've heard of us. Interesting. I thought that was just a social club. It's a common misconception. We're really up and coming and interested in very serious scholarly work, and especially work that isn't often explored by many people. So interests in the dark are very dear to our hearts. All right. And so, led to believe that you're specifically looking for information about the Black Cube? I am. I've been interested in it, just the ability to summon something from the dark and interact with it in our own space is appealing to me. And I think the secrets it holds negates all the trouble of having to go places and find the secrets there. I'm very intrigued by its ability to come to us. I see. Let's draw a card. And it is the Banished Serpent, which is a 3. So he says, there is, of course, a spell. I'm sure it's what you're referring to, the Call of the Black Cube. There are some other similar magical practices. There's a ritual, and there's a few other things. But Call of the Black Cube is probably where you want to start. He says, now I believe I have the details of that spell in a book. I would have to hunt it down for you, and I'm a little loath to lend out my things, he says. Would you mind if I copied or read from them here? I'm not sure if that would be too much time spent in your home, but... He says, was there some other assurance? And he seems to kind of hesitate, and then Faye comes in and she says, I can assure you that the Cicatrix here is completely trustworthy and would in fact be a wonderful house guest for the time that it took for her to read through the spell and work through it. I'm sure it would just be a few days, and I would stop by as well from time to time. I'm also very interested in the dark. She begins asking him some questions and stuff. And between the two of you, he softens a bit, and he seems to be charmed. And so that means with a level 4 spell, you're going to be spending the next almost 2 weeks at his house. But the experience it's all right. He's kind of a strange old man and putters around in his house and occasionally seems to be talking to himself in the next room about things that you don't quite understand, doing equations and things. But you get the studying done.
Okay. Do I feel like he's still warm to me at the end? Is he still kind of an asset, or is he kind of happy to have me go?
Well, throughout much of the middle part, it kind of just sort of forgot you were there and just walked right by you as if you weren't even there.
Furniture.
And by the end, he doesn't seem to be sad that he's going to be left alone for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Maybe a bit of an introvert.
That's fair. But I got the call of the Black Cube, which I think is really going to help us.
All right.
Thank you. And thanks to Thay.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
So you've just managed to find a way perhaps to get to the red. You've seen the horrible bloody fight that takes place in cadavers. And then, so what are you going to do with your 2 weeks that you've got between now and when you're going to make your trip?
So I want to learn how to do some research on how to summon and control demon mounts. And I want to learn a spell called Flesh Mail, which gives me a little ability to protect myself.
Okay. So you can find that spell pretty easily at Grimm's.
Cool.
And
it's level 2, so.
Yeah. The mounts you think are probably just
something I can summon?
Yeah, I mean it'll be within your.
Oh, okay.
They won't be particularly powerful mounts, but but they'll probably work.
Okay.
And that would be using the aid, I think.
Okay.
The aid type of summoning.
Excellent.
But while that's all well and good, it's toward the end of that 2-week period, and you've learned your spell, and you're doing some research about the mounts and whatnot. You're on your way home, and you've maybe stopped off at the cafe that becomes a bar and had a few drinks. You're on your way home, and you can see your house down the street, making your way toward it, and then suddenly the house is farther away again.
Oh, it's one of those damn time portals, I assume.
And you take a few more steps ahead, and then suddenly you're back down the street again.
Okay.
What do?
I will actually start going away from my house.
Okay.
To see if I can counteract this effect.
Okay, you start going away from your house, and now you're back where you were before.
All right. At this point, I will look around for anyone trying to, for anyone or anything or any phenomena that I can see that's causing this effect. I'll just stop.
Okay. Let's see what we get here. So I'm going to draw the Endless Woods, which is all about being lost in the darkness. And it's a 3. So you're not seeing any visible manifestation of any kind of an effect here.
Okay.
However, there is a woman. She also seems to kind of be on her way home. And you're not exactly sure if she's caught in the effect or if it's just a byproduct of the effect that you are experiencing. But you keep seeing her move back to her start point. And then
I'll try and get her attention.
Okay.
Good lady.
All right.
Excuse me if I may. Just a moment. Your time, please.
All right. So you are a persuasive guy. You know how to talk to people. Even though this perfect stranger at night is addressing her, but she turns and kind of gives half a smile and says, "Yes."
I'm in a little trouble here. I seem to be caught up in one of the little time loops that are reflecting our neighborhood. Is there any way you could, like, I don't know, throw me
And
in?
you're reset.
No! Oh, shit.
And there she is walking down the street the other way.
How close am I to her?
You're just kind of walking down the street.
Am I, like, close enough to, like, reach out and grab her?
You could potentially.
Okay. I'll be like.
Okay, so the loop has started again.
And I'll say, I'm sorry, and I grab her arm.
Okay. So she says, what? Oh, don't touch me. But you are able to, kind of just grab the sleeve of her coat.
I say, I'm sorry, I'm caught in a time loop. Pull me out.
She says, what? What are you talking about? Please don't.
Okay.
And she's trying to get away from you.
And I'm leading her out to the edge of my ability to hold her. I go, just leave me over there, please.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? Please,
so
let go of me.
Okay.
I'm gonna call the constables.
You should, and you should. How much time has passed since?
And you don't think you're.
I let her go.
Okay.
And I look behind me.
Okay.
And I say, I'm so sorry, and I'm so sorry. I was caught in a time loop right there. I saw you like 7 or 8 times pass me by. The only way I could get out was by grabbing you. I'm so sorry. My name is Savion Clay. I sell clocks. If there's anything I could ever do to make it up for you, I give her my card. So sorry.
All right.
It's not the thing to do.
I'm gonna get home now.
Okay, please do.
I hope you make it home.
Me too. I go, that's my house right there. And I try and scuttle off in that direction.
And you get home.
All right. Yay! Wow, that's kind of frightening. I'm glad there was someone there. And
all right.
Never see Savion again. I guess I'm gonna try to summon a demon really quickly. Save me.
Cool.